Hey, precious hearts. Welcome to another virtual journal therapy session. Today, entry will be when blessings require boundaries. Not every blessing is easy to carry. Some blessings are heavy, not because they're burdens, but because they require management. Healing taught me that answered prayers come with new levels of responsibility. And without boundaries, each blessing can become overwhelming. I once believed that if something came from God, it would be effortless. But I've learned that divine gifts still demand discipline. The marriage you prayed for still needs communication. The platform you asked for still needs humility. The peace you desire still needs protection. Every answered prayer must be guarded with wisdom, or it can turn into exhaustion. There was a season when I prayed for open doors and God began opening them. But I was too available to everyone and too stretched for myself. I said yes to everything that looked like opportunity, forgetting that not every invitation is divine. I thought saying yes was being faithful, but I was actually being careless with my capacity. God never asked me to be everything to everyone. He asked me to be obedient to what He called me to do. I had to learn that boundaries don't block blessings. They preserve them. They protect the purpose inside of them. When God began teaching me boundaries, I realized that they weren't about restrictions. They were about rhythm. Boundaries create space for me to breathe, to reflect, and to be still in His presence without guilt. They reminded me that blessings must be maintained through balance. I had to learn to protect my time, to schedule rest, to say no to distractions that disguise themselves as good times. I started noticing how peace increased when I stopped over committing. God was never impressed by my burnout. He was inviting me into order, because where there's order, blessings can sustain. Boundaries also taught me to value what I used to take for granted. When you steward your blessings well, gratitude deepens. I stopped rushing through seasons and started cherishing them. I learned to celebrate what I had without needing to prove it to anyone. Boundaries keep you grounded in grace. They keep you from performing for validation and bring you back to purpose. A healthy heart knows when to give freely and when to rest quietly. It knows that saying no in the right moment is not rebellion, it's reverence. If you're listening today, I want you to know that it's okay to set boundaries around what you've been blessed with. You are not selfish for protecting your peace. You are wise. The blessings you pray for desires to be nurtured, not neglected. Don't allow guilt or pressure to convince you that constant accessibility equals love. God didn't call you to depletion. He called you to stewardship. Protect what He gave you, because blessings without boundaries quickly becomes burdens. I'll say that again. Blessings without boundaries quickly becomes burdens. But when protected by peace, they flourish. To those of you that may need to give yourself permission to know, this is it right here. You must set boundaries. It is okay To tell your mama no, your daddy no, your brothers and sisters no, your friends no. It's okay to have to tell people no sometimes, because a lot of times when we are overextending ourselves, it's because we're dealing with some form of rejection or fear of rejection. You don't have to tell people yes all the time to the point that it's disrupting, interrupting, and intercepting your peace. Do not allow people to guilt trip you, because people will let you keep doing for them, because it helps them not have to take responsibility sometimes. And sometimes you have to draw the line, because sometimes we're enablers. Sometimes the best gift that you can give somebody is drawing the line and letting them know, I've carried you too long. Now you're going to have to figure it out. And especially at our big old age. Set the boundaries. Free yourself, because it is a blessing. This is Coach Lean again, and this is coming out of the Greatest Self-Talk Part 3. This is day 55. God bless you. And remember, set the boundary. Bye-bye.